Are we ready to go, Bill?
Yeah.
On your mark. Go! Okay, it's the Lime Park Relays 2018 and Nathan Ray. I'm going for, I did 6 laps last time, I'm going for 7 this time. So, see you at the finish line. When I'm running ultramarathons, or at the moment walking ultramarathons, I listen to podcasts, and not just for entertainment, but I found that some podcasts for me have actually been life-changing. And so on this lap I am listening to Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social podcast. It's a really fun podcast, great online community, but a few years ago when they were talking about their improv comedy techniques, I realised if I just apply them to every time I'm in a social situation that I can't handle, I find that my life goes so much more smoothly. It really helps with my dealing with autism. So that is Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. What am I on?
47.
47.
47.11.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Okay, lap 2, and I'm listening to The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe, which was one of the first science podcasts I ever listened to. And after listening to it for a while being a Christian, after a while I found myself not so religious anymore, and it really helped me think in a more sceptical way and examine my beliefs in a more sceptical way. So definitely a life-changing podcast. That's The Skeptic's Guide to the Universe. What time are we on?
We're at 1:37.01.
1:37.01. It's lap 3 and I'm listening to Answer Me This with Helen and Ollie. It was the first comedy podcast I listened to. It changed my life because a few years ago I was wanting to do something which was a bit more creative and artistic, and also a bit more self-promotional for me and my business. And I went to a workshop that Helen gave, which was how to be a podcaster, which led me to being on some podcasts and setting up my own podcast, and then ending up on BBC News, BBC National News. So, although that part of my life didn't last very long, it did change my life slightly. Lunchtime.
Definitely.
What are we on now?
We're at 2:37.
2:37. Excellent, thank you very much.
No problem.
Catch you later. Right, that is lap 4. 3.5 laps in, halfway there, and I've got, what's your name?
Tony!
Tony, he's the race organiser. It's not quite as hot as last year.
No, not quite.
But it is getting close. Thank you, mate.
It's to warm up now.
Yeah.
Have a good run.
See you later. Bye. Oh, a cage. It's lap 4, and I'm listening to Security Now with Steve Gibson, which is an amazing podcast all about computer security. But it's also taught me about networking, internet protocols, how routers and servers and everything work, which is invaluable for me in my job as doing live streaming, because I probably wouldn't be able to do that without all that base knowledge. And it was also listening to that program and thinking about networking and packet switching, which gave me the idea of Pigeon Post and the physical package protocol. So that is Security Now with Steve Gibson. Just realised I didn't record the start of lap 5, but it doesn't matter. Okay, it's lap 5 and I'm listening to The Majority Report with Sam Cedar, which I started listening to about 5 or 6 years ago because it won the Best News and Politics Award at the podcastawards.com or whatever it was. Turned out to be very left-leaning, very progressive, very liberal. And over the couple of years of listening to it, it really helped me understand and sort out some of my political beliefs and views, and gave me a bit more confidence to talk about them. And then I, off the back of that, I joined the Green Party and I stood for councillor in local elections a couple of times. So, yep, Majority Report with Sam Cedar changed my life. Starting lap 6.
Well done.
There we go. Did that beat?
It's 4 hours 48.
It beeped though, it got me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good, that's all I was waiting for. Thank you. So I'm on lap 6 of 7 hopefully, and the podcast this lap is Hi Phi Nation, which is a philosophy podcast. I've only started listening to it recently, but for years I've been listening to Philosophy Bites and the History of Philosophy without any gaps, and a few others. And they've really helped me think about how I think and question the way I question things, and which is great. But this one, Hi Phi Nation, is just absolutely amazing. The first episode on why we respect the wishes of the dead, just listen to that one, it will blow your mind, I promise you. But it's the episodes on remix culture and cover songs and cover artists, which really helped me think about creativity again, and is what really led me to do this series of videos and do the We Love Manchester Heart Run a couple of weeks ago. So yes, that's Hi Phi Nation. You listen to it and it will change the way you think, and then change your life. I'm running a little bit behind. And it got an hour and 6 minutes. An hour and 6 minutes to do lap 7. See you at the finish line. See you guys. So my last podcast is a bit of a cheat. It's the next podcast that's going to change my life. What podcast do you listen to, or you've listened to in the past, which has had a big impact on your life and it's changed it? I'd love to know your thoughts. And so just leave it in the comments below, or shoot me a tweet. I'm at Nathan Ray on Twitter. Right, that's me done.
7:30.
Thank you very much, mate.
No problem.
Right, that was the finish line. See ya. Gate. Style. And also, I've done over a marathon distance now. Is this now classed as an ultra marathon? I'm pushing myself hard though to get this.